Hello, people, and welcome to watch yet another Asian Cup match. This is still the opening week of the second day, and today we have two matches to be streamed. First of all, we're going to be starting with Australia versus Hong Kong, and then 2 hours later, Japan China is going to be starting, which is quite a treat in itself. The two absolute giants of the eastern countries are going to collide, and we are going to be seeing a very skill based matchup. Not to take anything away from the other teams, of course, as well. Welcome, Daniel, in the chat, who are here waiting for the action. That is a great question. One which pretty much everyone can say that everybody who is here waiting is going to be waiting for the action. Now, we are going to be focusing on tables 2 and 5. The lineups you can see just above me right there. We have on table 1, we have King Derf versus a little small. Table 2, Rob V335 versus Pan 712. Then we have on table 3, Chilp versus Ernie 012. Table 4, Narele S versus Eugene C. And finally on table 5, Amiga No Skill versus Tung Yat Chen. That's Sunny369. And I also misspoke a little bit. The tables 2 and 5 that we'll be focusing on are going to be for Japan and China match, especially because that will be also streamed on another channel by Alexei. But for this one, we have still all possibilities open. So if you do want to see a specific duel in this Australia-Hong Kong match, then do let me know in the chat and we shall make that happen. But if no suggestions are coming my way, then I reckon we'll be going with we could go with King Derf versus Littlesmallsmall. Uh, Especially because Derf is very much a new name for me to see, and I'm curious to witness what he can actually get going. Now, Australia does have a second new name as well, on table 3, Chilp. So it is definitely looking like they are getting their scene bigger and bigger, which is a great thing, of course. Hong Kong, at least so far in this first match, is playing or giving time to play for players who are let's say more like older names, more experienced, more seasoned players on the international competitive scene, especially Sunny and Eugene, of course. Sunny, the two-time Hong Kong national champion, and Eugene, also a national champion, if I do not recall wrong. 24, I believe Eugene was just last year when he won the national championship, and I did have a good chance to meet him in Herne as well, in person. Welcome, Ian, up and running as always. Okay, we'll be starting with table 1, with King Derf and Littlesmallsmall, and as per usual, well, as per usual these days, we will be streaming the entire duel. I am also very much hoping that the connection is okay, because there seems to be some issues with it at the moment, actually. Give me just a second. I mean, at least... I'm not sure. Well, if the stream has any issues, then do let me know in the chat. That is the most certain way of being sure about it. So, the players have already begun. We have two completed cities, one for red, one for green, and red at the moment enjoying the small um, point lead according to his name. So 8 to 4, and King Derf also meepling this first field of 6 points. And I'm really actually starting to think that I don't know. Is it me, or is the entire board game arena just not cooperating with anyone? Um, it's a great question. Let's have a bit of a refreshing. Yeah, it was. I think it was definitely me, but hopefully it's better now. Okay, so both players with 6-point fields. We have the first monastery of the game from red, and green has started yet another city of his own. There's also a discarded crossroad early on in the game, which I don't really like. I mean, I think you should take, some road with it. I mean, either, well I mean, it's, I guess it's only like really only this one, or you could, I guess you could also go here, yeah, but, mm, oh, okay. I mean, I can't say I'm like that disappointed with this move, because, like, if you take this 2-point road over here, then it's like. It's going to be like building towards this monastery, and then the road doesn't really benefit you because it's stuck on the same square, and really you don't want to place anything there unless it's like another crossroad or a road monastery. So there's a very limited amount of tiles that are beneficial for you to then continue your road. Now this is really bad at the moment. Um, Okay, finally we have some like actual live action. Now I think it's like finally working as intended. Yeah, please excuse the early issues with the connectivity, but now we seem to be on the right track. Welcome, Sergey. So, um, a road taken by King Derf and another monastery for red, which again comes as a 5-point spot, which is nice. Also controls this road. So no issues there. Could have also, I guess, taken this 6 point spot over here, but it would then allow green to get into this more potentially more lucrative field of maybe 9, maybe 12 points. And I mean, 6 points is really not really better when you have an opportunity to have 5 points and control your opponent's feature. Unless it comes with, stacked monastery spots, which, technically it would have, but wow. Um, yeah, I don't know about this monastery. I mean, it does control 2 features, right? But the issue with that is the fact that there's no real like incentive for King Derf to place a starting tile here. But it seems that I am dead wrong, and it is indeed the spot where Derf ends up putting the starting tile. Not something that I can really advise you to do in the future for anyone, because there are no guarantees at all that this city stays purely in control of green. But now, after having placed the starting tile over here, it's going to make the life of this monastery super, super easy. He can use road tiles, maybe more monasteries, still controls this 1 point city over here. Like, this monastery is just living the best life at the moment. And it's a pretty big gamble, honestly, to go here with the starting tile, because your city can be attacked with any tile. Well, not really with any tile, but with any suitable tile from both from down to up, or from the right. So uh, there's actually a pretty big chance, I would dare to say, that this ends up backfiring most of the time. It's like at this stage, it's like better to start forming a ruin, or then just build up over here first and then see how red reacts. Okay, another monastery drawn, this time by green, and takes a 5 point monastery spot. Also, actually enlarges his own side of the field to potentially 9 points. And I would actually assume that red is going to take this 5 point road, as he does. But actually, no, this is actually a rather good moment to go here, as King Derf does. Now, usually that would not be an advised way to go about things, because it exposes an attacking platform for red. But the reason why it is worth it to do now was because red did not have any meeples in his hand, so they were not able to make an attack on this city. An identical tile to his last one is what green gets, and now we could do a couple of things. We could go here, we can then meeple the road and attack this road, or we can go over here. Actually, either way around, pointing the road to the right or pointing the field to the right, and taking the city over here. Just to take away this attacking platform to the city, which red is now able to use immediately after. And that is not good news for green at all. Not good. Furthermore, actually, regarding the rating differences on every table, that the Australian players were all just very slightly um, under 500 rated, whereas um, I don't I maybe even all Hong Kong players were at 600 plus, or at least very near 600. So it seems to be that both teams have like a very even platform of players stacked for this encounter. A curve for King Derf, trying to make the life harder for Red by making some restrictions on the city. Now restricted actually from both sides to a city plus road tiles, and makes an incredibly risky move actually. Um, well, maybe not like that risky, because there are still crossroads remaining, like 4 of those. But like it's like risky in the sense that it is very easy to block with like any road tile over here. Plus, uh, Derf actually has already a road available that he is gonna be needing a road end 2, and this would be a pretty good tile to just take your meeple back, right? But he decides that it is not worth the hassle at the moment. Now, do we just take a meeple back, or do we try to like save this connection? Just take the meeple back makes the more, I would say that the more normal solution. How many curves are there actually left? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, there are still plenty of curves. It's like 9 curves left or something, or like curvy tiles, which is still plenty. So pretty much like a third of the tiles in the deck are curvy tiles, but the issue is that he does need to draw one of those, and it might be a bit more difficult than it would seem, especially if red is drawing all the curvy tiles, and at the same time he's just getting just some fabulous structural tiles to build up his city. Finally, a meeple back for red, and it's gonna be coming in need, as King Derf is starting to make rather lucrative structures on the board, with an looming 8-point city just up for grabs. So now there is a chance for Little to either just take a meeple back, or to just cover up this 8-point city. We'll have to wait and see what he chooses up to do. But honestly, when you are 40 points ahead, you have this great city over here, and otherwise everything is pretty much, I would say, almost equal. You actually might just want to cover up this first, but chooses to go for the meeple back, which is also fine. Just in case Little happens to get a city cap himself, which he doesn't. Gets a triple city instead. Not the kind of one that he really wanted, but at least he can actually still go over here and prevent a city cap from going over here by green. Green also not with the city cap in hand, but he does get a curvy tile. Now, unfortunately for green, they did restrict themselves of the connection of to the road from how many tiles? From one, two, three, four, five. I mean, there's still four regular curves. Yeah, I don't think this is a bad move at all. But it did reduce their chances of fast completion. 4 points for red as it takes up a 4-point city. And now Derf is. I mean, I reckon he's gonna attack, right? Like, surely. Oh, he doesn't even attack. Doesn't want to use the meeple. But like, this is super risky because at any given moment, red could get himself a triple city and go over here and then just, get even these extra points and get a city cap and just finish even a larger city than was intended to. And I think a big miss from the Hong Kong player here for sure. Given that he already needs a triple city with the road over here, he would preferably then save this square to a triple city with the field, which he could have done with this tile, and then all triple cities left in the deck would have been just absolutely great for them. But instead, they just add a point to their to the monastery, which I don't think is as strong. Like, it's not nearly as strong, I have to say. Because then they could have now gone maybe over here even. Wait for the one final triple city. Well, maybe not in this situation, but if they really wanted to try and you know make the most of the potential threats that they can do, like they are now doing. But I mean, now this square is blockable, so there is that. Welcome, Penguin. Nice to see you in the chat. And it is gonna get blocked. I mean, it's just choices, right? Because like this was entirely avoidable. It was like entirely avoidable. Like, all you needed to do as the Hong Kong player was to go here with just a regular curve, just sacrifice 1 point for a potential completed city. Like, it's not hard to find. And I would dare to say that it should have been found by Little, like, for sure. Now again with no meeples, because they used the last one on the city cap, and again we are in a situation where King Derf is trying to make the rather large quick point opportunities with a 10-point move up there for grabs with a city cap, and there's kind of very little stuff that red can do to prevent that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's one triangle still remaining, which means that even this would not have been as great. But like, uses the shielded tile to get a meeple back, and it does seem to be helping King Derf to make a large threat, because there still is one Dorito remaining, maybe with a road. 1, 2, 3, 4. It does look like it comes with a road. Not that it really matters, but there's also this 10-pointer still up for grabs. So this could be a massive chance for King Derf to get just an enormous amount of points rushed for him on the final tiles of the game. And I mean, this is unfortunately not that great for a couple of reasons. One, because now green doesn't have any like great usage for the Dorito, and secondly, because green needed or needs now city caps here and here and here, like they need it from for like 3 places. Now I'm not sure how many city caps there are left exactly, but in any case, it would be so great for green, and I would even dare to say that maybe even like a forced thing to be able to do is to use a triangle over here, finish the city, use a city cap over here, and I mean, which one do you do now? Just take these 10 points or go here? And King Derf decides that it is a better idea to simply finish the larger city, which I mean, honestly, it kind of seems to be because it's just more points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points. Maybe with a farmer, but I don't think there are tiles to fit into here. Or are there? There's one, there's two. I mean, actually there is a dagger still available in the deck. So he goes with the farmer. And we are nearing stuff, we are nearing stuff, we are nearing stuff now. 10 more points to King Derf. And there still is the dagger available, which can be used to get the second farmer in for King Derf and to again reclaim the lead on this big field. I actually think this was a major mistake from Little to connect so early. I think he should have waited for this dagger first to see if he would have been able to connect with that and then guarantee that this guy is not going to be coming onto the field. But it does pay out. He does get the dagger anyways, which is of course great for Little. But now I'm thinking, like, is there a chance at this stage for King Derf to win? And I mean, maybe. I mean, he can still attack the field, and I'm pretty sure it is exactly what he has to do. Because like this field is worth 18 points. It's the biggest feature that King Derf can still like get by placing a farmer over here, probably connecting from here, or maybe with a curve and curve over here. Not sure what the best what the best decision here is, but he goes for a curvy attack from here. We'll see if there is even a curve remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, but yeah, but there weren't even any curves remaining, which made this attack just entirely in vain. This is just simply a 3-point farmer. This is why you should always check for all the remaining tiles. And actually, it doesn't seem like there were any tiles for King Derf to actually connect to this field after getting this curve first. Like you should have gotten um, actually any tile, well, any other tile. No, never mind, not any. But he should have gotten the straight road or the extender first, then go over here and then have faith on the curve as the one and only tile to connect to this 18-point field. So potential for 15 more points, right? Which, oh my, oh, that would have even been enough. It would have even been enough. Wow. I mean, honestly, if we take like an honest look at the board at like halfway of the game, it seemed like Derf was absolutely lost. But I mean, like I said, the absolute point rush in the first in the last tiles of the game, in the last 10 tiles or so, allowed a massive comeback attempt for King Derf, and unfortunately came just a bit short, but it was a valiant effort. And actually, I might have to take back my words on this triple city right here, because yeah, there was indeed only one triangle left in the deck, but there were quite a many city caps actually. This one, this one, this one. So like at least three, as opposed to one to finish off a big city. And then when we have to rely on getting this 10 pointer as well anyway, I'm pretty sure, then yeah, it is actually better for us to have like three tiles, well, like basically one tile here and then two tiles here, as opposed to one tile, as opposed to like three tiles here and one tile here, because we have to get this gigantic city um, finished for sure. And it was a great attempt also from King Derf to take a note that there was indeed the dagger remaining, and it was worth to place the second farmer over here in case the 50-50 hits, and it was actually just a 50-50 shot to win the game on the spot, because not only does it come with the additional 15 points to the field, but also an additional 7 points for a new city and the city points. So a 22-point move potentially with a 50-50 coin toss. So great attempt from a King Derf, but so far no reward. And we'll head into the next game to see if he can fight back and get this duel into a decider. If the page could work. It's yeah, the BGA seems to be working really slowly at the moment. Yeah, the fact that there is this app loading a line does not really give me great confidence that we would not have to refresh again very soon. Huh. Man, this is annoying. Okay, let's assess the situation here, and then let's see if this works. So we have again a 4-point lead for red. We have a what looks to be a ruin-like structure, which is now going to be in significant trouble immediately after this triple city is going to be placed over here, or it should be placed over here with a meeple, 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 with the meeple, and it does come with a meeple, and now King Derf not really. Yeah, it doesn't have much options. Just goes for the save of the square to ensure that not all three of these meeples get um, um, get trapped on this one singular square. Now there are still all three triple cities with a road remaining in the deck, and they are now also going to be coming with an additional 3-point road. So looks like King Derf is now banking a lot on winning a big ruin, or at least just simply getting this connection. Maybe he doesn't even need to win the ruin, um, because just simply this monastery and this 3-point road might be enough to bring him something. But I think we are starting to see a classic example of how players or how players of this level are like having difficult time, I would say, to uh, to focus on like several features at the same time. Uh, so you can see King Derf goes here with a city cap, even though he did have two tiles, like two more tiles in hand, and he seemed to be like really going for the immediate completion of this city, even though this square here was like fully blockable, which it isn't now because Derf immediately gets two triple cities with a road back to back, and really just solidifies his position in this ruin fight. But I mean, I would dare to say that if there were like two masters playing or any master playing, then I mean this city cap, like it's not gonna be finding its place over here unless you have like no meeples at all. If you have meeples, you are gonna be doing something more productive with it, because completing this city is like so far away from actually being a realistic and existing option. Red going with a triple city of his own to try and make it a bit harder for green to connect everything together, and trying to preserve the 4 points that he has. Gonna be trying to go with a gonna be trying to go with additional structures over at the bottom over here to try and block this square now to a quad city, because it is the only type of tile that does not exist at the moment from city tiles. Actually, a really good move by green here, recognizing that there is still one road monastery remaining. So one is here and one is still in the deck, so making a road monastery square for him or for red for that matter, to grab 9 points for the monastery, and at the same time expand the field to double its size, which is exactly what red recognizes immediately, and therefore goes for a meeple of his own. And what a move by King Derf. Actually, I mean these are not random moves. This is just not a random discard. This is also preserving a road monastery spot also in here. So now that there are two spots to place the road monastery to, green can simply choose which one will benefit him the most if he gets that road monastery at some point. And at the moment, it's looking like a very nice square is going to be building up over here immediately after. Not not necessarily as a monastery square, but as a just simply getting 4 road points, and it's still going to enlarge the field by likely by 6 points, the same that it would be doing on the left. Meanwhile, though, red is having a meeple advantage of 4-1, which is not serving well for green. And I would actually assume that red is either going to go over here, take the 6 point spot of a field, and again negate the potential disaster of green getting a road monastery, or he goes over here and prevents green from dropping a second meeple onto the westernmost field, as is the case. Green very actively actually and very wisely taking away the attacking opportunities from red to apply more pressure onto the city and apply more, well, quote unquote, troops onto this fight, and taking away the most precious city attacking platform. Could have actually maybe even gone straight over here. No, but actually it doesn't really matter. Or that one more straight point doesn't really matter, because first of all, green needs to get the connection going over here in order to like secure the point from it. And on top of that, had he gone over here, it would still leave the attacking spot, or let's say the more easy attacking spot for red to place a field city tile over here and attack his own side of the ruin with a second meeple. So I would dare to say that it's actually pretty precise action from green to go over on this particular spot with the city cap. Now it is worthwhile to mention also, of course, that there is still an attacking platform to the main part of the ruin at the top with a city plus road tile, though it's not really as attractive in red's perspective, because it would then or the connection would then make the main part of the ruin be a 3-on-2, and this cow would still have to be found to bring in the third guy. And if it is not found, potentially all that red would be then doing by adding a second meeple over at the top would be to just increase points for green and to just sacrifice a meeple for nothing. One of the two remaining cows drawn, actually no, not one of the two, but actually only one remained, and now none remain in this square as red draws the one remaining cow and enlarges his own part of the westernmost ruin to 5 points, at the same time blocking this meeple of green, and it now is permanently blocked to only 1 point versus 5 points, which is, of course, wonderful news for red. And let's actually quickly count the point advantage of this ruin here for green, because it doesn't actually seem to be that big. It's like 7, 7, it's 4. It's like +7 for green for +1 extra meeple, which basically puts him even on the scoreboard. Then we have 6 on 6 on the fields. We have 6 on 3 on this field. And then we have a +4 for red. And with like both sides has an expansionable ruin and has an extra meeple in hand. So definitely I would say it's a massive advantage here at the moment for red. And green, I mean, green's path to win is definitely heavily relying on getting that road monastery. Like, and when I say heavily relying, I mean heavily relying. Like, if red draws that road monastery, goes over here for 8 points, I think the game is pretty much over immediately. Interesting decision by red to take 4 points instead of 5 points and just enlarging his part of the field. Like this is a momentary 7 points, right? But you gotta think of the worst scenario, and the worst scenario is that well, first of all, these guys connect, and then the road monastery is drawn, and red is gonna lose this field. And what happens when you lose this field? You get more points for green, and then every extra city on there is gonna be bad for you, which is why, taking 5 immediate points at this stage, I think it was far better. But as I was just about to say, or just finished saying actually, red drawing the road monastery is the final nail in the coffin, or at least it should be, as these field plans are not working out for green. Red winning by 19 points at the moment, or leading by 19 points at the moment, with expansionable ruins, with expansionable fields, or fields, and an extra meeple in hand. Like, there is very little that red can do to lose this game, even if he tried to do it. I mean, at this point, actually, red could actually just go, for example, here, just add a second meeple to that field. Because if there are like any tiles that can connect these two fields, like there are, then it's just been like generally beneficial for red to guarantee that he can't at least lose this field. King Derf doing what he can, making quick point spots, not using his final meeple in hand because it would be too risky. Though, I mean, just enormous risk at this stage is pretty much exactly what King Derf has to do anyway. But yeah, I like this. If there are tiles to still fit there, and with a quick look, it does look like there are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's at least one curvy tile to go here. Maybe there are crossroads. Well, there is one crossroad to go there as well. So 4 points, 5 points. I mean, King does get a crossroad, but it's not quite the crossroad he was dreaming of. It's still worth 3 points, so it's still good, but he needs more than that. And actually, if we are really being honest, I don't think any tile run out will save King Derf at this stage of the game anymore, because red is just gonna be keep taking points. Oh yeah, 5 here, of course, not 4. So there goes the road. And now King Derf gets the curve. I mean, at least it does kind of pay off in a sense that it doesn't go to red and everything over here does not get united. But he can't actually even unite these guys together because there is still that one crossroad remaining in the deck, which could then be used over here to take 3 points for red and still unify all the fields afterwards. And this is actually just simply a wasted move. I mean, it achieves nothing, right? Or maybe it does. If there is a tile to go over here, then it can be an extra 3 points to the field of to the field of green. Though it doesn't seem like the rest of the tiles are really favoring green at this stage. Nowhere to claim extra points. Oh, I do stand corrected. There was, but these 4 points. I mean, they are juicy, but they are not enough, which is the key thing at this stage. And yet another quick point tile for King Derf, but of course, as his final tile of the game, it cannot really be used as a quick point tile. It's just going to be taken over here, I think, to take 4 points. I don't see anything better. Oh, unfortunately, Derf doesn't seem to either realize that it's his final tile, or yeah, I think that's like just it. Yeah, I just think that's it. That's it. I don't think King Derf realized that it was his final tile. Of course, it's better to go here for 4 points than it is to go here for 2 points, since you can't get anything further. And it is gonna be ending up being a 2-0 victory for Littlesmallsmall. Quite a um, comfortable win, and dare I say, rather smooth performance from Red in this game. Of course, did get a small bit of luck by drawing the Road Monastery, and did uh, it did get off a lot of the pressure of this field situation. But when you look at the final outcome of 29 points of difference, it does actually seem like the Rogue Monastery didn't even play a crucial role in this entire thing. And we do mention at this stage that these teams have collided actually last year in 2024 in the Asian Cup. And back then, Hong Kong did take a convincing 5-0 win from Australia. Let's update the rest of the tables. And I mean, it is kind of going towards that same result, as it is heavily going in favor of Hong Kong. It's 0-2 on table 1, 0-2 on table 2, 0-1 on table 3, 0-2 on table 4, and actually, me god no skill, the only player from Australia who has been able to win a game at this point against Sunny Chen. I keep calling him Sunny Chen because I'm used to that, but let's just call him Sunny or Cheng. So here are the current results. 1 second, let's update the actual match score as well. So here are the current results. So Hong Kong has already won this match, but now the only thing that they can really do is to win it with, more style. So let's see if Ernie is doing just that. Having his second game against Chilp, currently leading 0-1. With 5 tiles remaining, so not much left. We have an 8-point lead for Chilp and actually 2 meeples to none. So that's working out for them. Do we have anything else? Well, 8 points, 10 points, 16 points, 19 points. This cancels out this. 11 points. This is one big field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So minus 10 for Chilp. And then we have an attack coming from Ernie to the 12-point field, which is potentially going to be, yeah, so another 12, of course, which would be like at minus 22, which is pretty much going to be impossible to come by. Oh, and of course there seems to be also a 6-point ruin for red as well, and this is also really bad news for Chilp, as he's forced to go onto his own city right here to add 2 points and to destroy it, as opposed to, because there is no way he can get away by adding 2 points to his opponent at this stage. Like, there is no way, but he still does that. That, I mean, it has to be wrong, right? Like, surely that's wrong. There's no way this can be the correct move. Like, you are behind in points and you have 2 tiles left to play. There is no way that you can get away with this. Even if you get the city cap, if there are city caps left, I mean, there is no way this is the correct move. I refuse to believe it. But maybe I am proven wrong. Ernie with a field crossroad could be making the connection now. For 6 extra points. I think he's just making sure that there are no tiles to fit into this square to connect everything together. And I mean, there are no crossroads. There are no starting tiles. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, there is still a straight road. So, I mean, he still goes for it, which is like understandable, because it is, immediately 6 points, right? And Chilp does get the city cat that he was waiting for, does get himself 7 points, but like, it just isn't gonna be enough, like nowhere near enough. Okay, he is gonna get the straight road the straight road as well, which is actually gonna be a quite nice 13 points. Wait, hold up a second. Now, I don't think that's still gonna be enough. Like it can't be enough. Like it is 13-point move, but I'm very much doubting that it's gonna be enough. Also, this city cap would have been just gorgeous for Chilp to get a 9-point move over here. Like imagine if yellow just would have gotten this dagger instead of the quad city. I mean, he would have been living the life, and potentially could have even had a win off of this. But this run out, I I don't think is enough. Even though yellow is leading in points by quite a lot. I mean, this field is just so big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24 points. Yeah, it's just not gonna be enough for Chilp. And it is yet another 0-2 win for Hong Kong, putting the match score at 0-4. So quite a unfortunate start for Australia. We still have the table 5 ongoing. So let's see how Mika No Skill is doing against Cheng. Except that, well, actually, well, there is well, a silver lining in this, and that silver lining is that Mika No Skill has beaten Tunga Chen on table 5 with a 2-0 score. So, I mean, at least there is a consolation point to Australia, and maybe it will also play a part in tiebreakers. Could be possible. So the final score is going to be 1-4 in favor of Hong Kong, getting their opening win in this season. Australia is going to be having I mean, staggeringly difficult time for sure. Um, Going forward, because I mean, the Group B that they are in is just murderous. I mean, you just look at this. So group stage, we have in Group A we have Taiwan, we have Vietnam, we have Thailand, and we have Malaysia. And then in Group B we have Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, and China, which means that the next opponents, well, of course, for both Hong Kong and Australia, are gonna be Japan and China. And honestly, I am having a very difficult time seeing how Australia could beat either one of these absolute giants of 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 Carcassonne. I mean, Japan now a 5-time world champion team out of 6 seasons, and China literally also the world champion team or ex world champion team um, that has been the only team ever to be able to or to have been able to deny the gold from Japan. Not by in winning in the finals, but still beating Japan on the way. But yeah, if you now look at these results here, Hong Kong now going into the lead with one match win out of one match played. Um, Australia gonna be at the bottom, and China, Japan are going to be starting their own match in an hour. And we are going to be having actually a rather long break on the stream, since I will be including these two matches in one stream as per was my intent. But before we head on to the break, then we can take a look see at the lineups already of China and Japan. So I will actually change them all for you. Like so. So on table one we have Arthia versus Ning Ding. That's Balala Ferry, the uh, the 2024 national champion of China, and who was also the representee of the country, of course, in 24 World Championships in the individuals in Herne. Then we have Harao versus Dr. Kai Han, both rated strongly 500s. Y Guru Guru Y versus Xiangyu Qin, also very seasoned players both, very known names on the international competitions. Kithara versus Mitaugat. Kithara, I would say, one of the top names of Japan, which is honestly kind of difficult to be at because Japan has so many top names. And then finally on table 5 we have corinyu versus phosphate. Corinyu seems to be the latest addition of the the Japan international teams, participated in the World Team Carcassonne Online Championships as part of Team Japan, and of course managed to win as Team Japan. And corinyu has also steadily been been climbing with his own ranking. Let's actually take a little look see at his development. I mean, he has uh, passed 500 just recently. I mean, he was 500 just yesterday. So we can see, I mean, he's certainly not new to Board Game Arena. Seemingly has had an account for like 3.5 years or something, but apparently just maybe somewhat recently been taking a peek at the competitive environment, and which is of course good. We need more players. But he'll be going against Phosphate, and I mean, of course, the rating difference there is rather staggering, with the Phosphate being a master currently, I think. And well, even if you were not to be a master, I think Phosphate is currently going to be a incredibly difficult opponent for corinyu, and corinyu is going to be a rather big underdog in this duel. But as I actually said or mentioned in the at the beginning of the stream, then for Japan China we are going to be focusing on tables 2 and 5. I am very much interested in seeing what Corinyu can come up with and how he has developed. And then Harao and Dr. Kaihan, just because I took a look, and recently I have been covering Arthia quite a lot, um, and also I have in my most like 3 recent streams with Japan in them. I have been featuring Guru Guru, Kithara, and Arthia, all of them more or less. So now I thought we could give it a chance for the other Japanese players since we have the chance to do so. Now, naturally, since all the other teams that we have now witnessed their matches of have been having a match between themselves on the earlier year of 2024. So has Japan and China, with China beating Japan 3-2 last season. And honestly, whenever these two teams are colliding, I am expecting to see honestly a 3-2 match, because I mean the skill level on just both sides is just so immense that like almost every table is gonna be having a very high skill cap. Why do I say almost? I mean, let's be honest. They are all gonna have a pretty high skill cap, but that's gonna be in about an hour. And in the meanwhile, we are gonna be taking a rather long-ish break of about 50 minutes. And whilst the break is going on, you may actually suggest which ones or which table, either table 2 or table 5, would you like to see more, and that will be the table we'll be starting with, the one that gets more support. The reason why we are dividing these tables into just 2 and 5 mainly is because this match is also getting coverage from Alexei, and we generally do tend to try and cover different matchups or different duels, so that as many players as possible are getting coverage on YouTube in one way or another. So if you do have a preference on between table 2 and table 5, then do let me know in the chat, and we will be then starting with the table which gets the more, well, let's say votes at this stage. But for now, we'll be heading over into a break of about 50 minutes. Okay, welcome back everyone. So now we have 2 minutes before the beginning of Japan-China, and do let me know if this in the 2024 Asian Cup when China took the better of Team Japan with the score 3-2, and now Japan certainly looking for a vengeance. And Japan also, I mean, the last season of the Asian Cup didn't really go down well for them. They actually didn't make it into the playoffs, which for Japan and which for Japan is quite a blow, I would say, being the one of the, if not the absolute best um, team out there in the world. Like overall, they are performing like incredibly well year after year, especially in the WTCOC. But maybe the Asian Cup is a different story for some reason. Now we will be starting with table number 5 with and it looks like the situation is a bit dire when it comes to the network. Seems like things are not looking as great for whatever reason. Um, do let me know in the chat if the stream is lagging a lot, because I feel like that is somehow exactly what is actually happening at the moment. But until then, we will try to deal with it as best as we can, or let's say live with it. So, as said, we will be starting with table number 5 with corinyu versus phosphate. Corinyu is the lowest rated player from Team Japan, but has already crossed the 500 threshold not too long ago. He was over 500 rated just yesterday, so we could be seeing a good resistance being put upon phosphate's might. Okay, let's go with this. Let's decipher the situation for now, and let's then take a look, see if this actually works. This is really a shame that with such a high caliber match we are having issues with the connectivity. So lots of small cities for phosphate being in a 12-0 lead for now. We have a nice looking road for corinyu and a city of his own. We have so far an unclaimed field, which I can assure you it will not be unclaimed for too long. Hopefully we'll get to live with this connectivity a bit better now. So, like I said, not unclaimed for too long as corinyu takes the field, though he doesn't take the main part of it, which is like the left-hand side, which I don't think will be necessarily working too great for him, though it is an unblockable connection to the main part, so, maybe it'll be fine. Phosphate now has a chance to take the 7-point monastery or the 5-pointer and control the road. Chooses to take the 7-pointer and lets corinyu in on the main part of the field, which is fine. This is mainly done to really negate the action of corinyu taking the better monastery spot, and corinyu will indeed be finishing the 8-point city. But will he be starting a new one, though? I mean, if he starts a new one, it's going to be pointing to the left. But I still think it's going to be worth it to do. Because when he drops a new... Or when he finishes this city, he's going to be able to drop a new farmer. Now he's going to be able to block the monastery of Phosphate immediately. And I have to say, it might have been a mistake, actually, from Phosphate to continue his city, as he could have just defended his monastery indirectly, leaving only 2 tiles, the 2 daggers, to be able to block the monastery in its entirety. But trying to be super efficient, he's going to go for the continuation of his city, and does not really pay off, as his monastery does get blocked immediately, and that blocked monastery will be a big issue going forward into this game, as we have a field fight brewing, and if corinyu manages to not have any blocked meeples, then he's going to be certainly the favorite to win the field fight in the long term. But that is only if. First, he will have to resolve the issues with the road, though he could actually just go for a second farmer here, for example, because it is an unblockable spot. There are still so many curves. There are all crossroads with a field. There are still 2 daggers to fit there. Like, it is just unblockable spot. This one is just not good. I mean, it has, of course, a clear intent, and that intent is to oh my god. I was about to say that intent is to be able to, of course, block the city of Phosphate immediately, but even if that block were to be successful, it would also then restrict the city of Corinyu. So it's better to just simply wait for a tile like this to continue or complete your city, and then by that make a tempo move and cause this full block to be possible to be made to Phosphate's city. But well, the end result is looking great for Corinyu. Phosphate now has 2 blocked meeples, whilst the corinyu has 0. So, well, actually he does have 1, because this city is now blocked. There are no more dividers in the game. One is here and one is here, so it is forced to be continued to the right, but it is looking like it's going to be a massive ruin unless Phosphate can indeed block this square right here. Which is going to take at least 3 tiles to do so. 3 tiles which preferably will not provide any additional value to Phosphate himself in the form of, like, let's say, crossroads, city caps, or monasteries for that matter. So he's gonna have to find like less useful tiles, and the likelihood is what's going to happen is that Corinyu is going to be having a large ruin at the top versus a blocked monastery of 8 points and a blocked city of 4 points, so 12 points versus a I would have to say just a massive ruin, which Phosphate will want to attack later, but he might not have the meeples to do so, especially if this field is going to be heavily fought after, which I think it will, because it is already 15 points and it still has room to grow, like a straight road here or a a road monastery here. Then all of a sudden we have a lot of new green squares, new cities here, new cities here, new cities here, new cities here, and then we just have basically an infinite number of re-attacking spots to the field. Also, Corinyu has to be careful with the connection coming from this side, especially with the tile that Phosphate has, because Phosphate has the option now to go over here and either meeple or not meeple this road, since all daggers to the left side are gone, and it would have actually been able to completely block this square by now, had he done that decision, but it was not guaranteed, of course. There were still other tiles to fit into the square, like two city crossroads, as well as two road Doritos. So would not have been a guaranteed block with a valuable road end tile. Corinyu could go for another field meeple over here, perhaps, or just for this, adding a point to his monastery, because it can be actually fully blocked at the moment, because there are, of course, again, all left-hand side daggers are gone, so it can be blocked by going with just a straight road or a curve or starting tile or whatever over here. But if he saves it temporarily, then it can still be fully blocked by going with a city tile over here on the left. And also, in case Corinyu decides to now momentarily save the monastery, then he's gonna have to think about whether he wants to meeple this city, because otherwise what could happen is Phosphate could just have a city plus field tile in his hand, go over here with the city cap, for example, and then have just a one tile short city being possible to be finished with just one city cap of 10 points. So he does meeple the city, and Phosphate does not get a blocking tile. So what he's going to be doing is, I guess, going up at the top here. He's going to try to get a block going on this city. Or he might be going over here with that. Is kind of like the amount where you could afford to use one of them, but you don't really want to in this situation, because you might want to attack the field with a third farmer still. And considering that Phosphate now has two meeples blocked and two meeples on the field, well, would you look at this? Exactly my thoughts. Phosphate does go just simply basically discards the city cap, but with it he provides himself a platform to potentially block this monastery entirely, which actually when you think about it, it could have been much better for Corinyu to go over here instead with the straight road and thus deny any full blocking chances from Phosphate. Even though he would have then been taking away a lot of tiles from himself to immediately finish this monastery, like for example all regular curves, those would then not have been able to then fit into this square of a straight road, of course. But the choices have been made. Phosphate does not get a blocking tile, but he also doesn't get a tile that he can actually take immediate points with. I mean, I guess he's just going to be finishing a road over here. Or he could, I guess, also... Actually, you know what? He could go over here, maybe, and drop a farmer on the left side. Then try to connect via Ninja Farmer, take 4 points that way. It's not a bad option, right? Not a bad option. Because he has the meeple majority. But he decides to do something entirely different. Decides to go for the block on the city of Corinyu, and at the same time also takes away tiles from Corinyu of expanding the ruin. And it does kind of pay off, right? Though I am not a fan of instantly going here with the connection, because like this connection is not worth anything if this if this yellow meeple is gonna be also joining into this 15-point field, which it does kind of look like it will be doing that. Now, however, Phosphate does find another great move, which is to take 2 points here, and he is also blocking this city meeple entirely because this spot, of course, needs a dagger. But in order for the dagger to go here, then and continue the city, then a triple city with a road would need to come here, which there are simply no longer in the deck. There are 3 of them in the deck entirely, and there's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. So they are entirely out. Which means that Phosphate has very convincingly here basically tied the amount, well, not even basically, but just tied the amount of blocked meeples and is currently leading the main field. Still, there is some tile that needs to be used for Corinyu over here to either finish or continue the road of Phosphate, giving red a meeple back. So red with basically a total control at the moment in this game. Also red having a chance to now find a city cap with a road to finish his 6-point city at the top and also drop a 9-point farmer, which would serve wonders for red for sure and would maybe even just seal the game already at this point. Well, okay, maybe not. Maybe that's a bit too much to be said, but it would be just an absolute wonderful tile for Phosphate to find. Now, Corinyu could still find the connection. I mean, it's not a difficult move to find, but it is a shielded tile, and you have a ruin, so why not enlarging that ruin? Just go over here, add 5 points to yourself. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Phosphate's likely gonna be just taking 2 more points. Quick points are, the way to go for Phosphate. He just needs to like kind of play safe at this point because he's in a good position. I mean, +1, +9 plus 10 plus 14 plus 16 plus 10 plus 8 plus 5 minus 7. Well, actually, is he actually in that great position? I mean, he's gonna be in a great position if he finds a tile to go here with to finish the city and to go on to that field. That is gonna be his ticket to be in the lead and to be in a pretty much very convincing lead indeed. This one I do not understand. What on earth is corinyu doing? This is also now just fully playing into the hands of Phosphate. Because by making this crossroad spot, corinyu first of all made it more difficult for himself to connect with his second farmer to the main field. And now that Phosphate managed to indeed get a starting tile, finish the 6-point city at the top, and drop a farmer onto this 9-point field, when a crossroad does go over here, then also this 9-point field is going to be merged with the main field, bringing both this guy and this guy to the field. So really the only possible saving grace, what seems to be possible for corinyu, is to find the quad crossroad, to go here to block this 9-point farmer from getting to the main field, and then to find a straight road to go over here to bring also this guy in, and to have a 3-on-2 maturity on this main field. Or he does this, which, I mean, it gives him more tiles, well, 2 tiles now, to find the connection over here, and basically make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 21-point move. But then is that going to be actually enough? Because it does give a meatball back to Phosphate. Yeah, I really don't like the position of corinyu at the moment. Because I feel like Phosphate is very, very soon gonna be going with a second farmer over at the top here, and really trying to bank on the fact that he's gonna be getting a meeple back from here whenever corinyu finds a field crossroad. Plus 9, these are equal. Plus 10 plus 14 plus 18 plus 26 plus 19 plus 12, 10, 7 plus 7, 4, 5, 6, 7 minus 1 for Phosphate plus 1 without this main field here. As in like minus 1 without counting the main field. And now that equal without counting the main field. So corinyu definitely needs to get to this main field somehow. And Phosphate needs to make sure that he doesn't lose it. So I really don't see another option for either player than to simply get extra meeples into the fields. And corinyu, I mean, corinyu has to go here, like for sure. Now that he has 2 meeples in hand, he has to use one for attacking the top westernmost field, and to get extra meeples in. And it is exactly what he does. And I think it is the only thing that he can do at the moment. Now, unfortunately for Corinyu, Phosphate draws the penultimate field crossroads, so now only one remains, and that's not really good news for Corinyu. It's only a 50-50 chance that Corinyu draws the crucial one, and that will also give the meeple back to Phosphate. Now, you can, of course, just get the crossroad on your final turn, but you would like really want to get these points plus some extra for your meeple. Corinyu will be able to make the connection, which is good, of course. It's good for him. Um, and I don't really see what else he would be doing with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, there are still actually 3 curvy tiles still left in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 crossroads. So there are still plenty of tiles to go here, but like, is it really worth to just take like 1 point or something and delay the connection? And to be like uncertain if you are ever gonna get it? Because you do need the crossroad here anyways. Okay, well, Corinne decides that it is worth it, and wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so still 3 regular curves. Places his final meeple onto the field, and he's gonna be really going after for this connection over here, and he does get it. Now, he still needs to get a field crossroad, but now he is not even necessarily looking to get the field crossroad over here. Oh wait, yes he is. Of course it is. Of course it is. Because it just gets this 0-point farmer in. And he does actually get it. So, I mean, it's time, surely. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, and 3. Phosphate is then going to be looking to go over here or over here with a ninja farmer. And there is still 1 regular curve remaining, and there's also 1 crossroad remaining. But the issue is that when Corinyu goes over here, it's gonna be giving back a meeple to Phosphate, and that might be crucial. But he still does it because like he has to get value out of this 1 field meeple, and it is a lot of value, you know. It is a lot of value. Now, Phos doesn't really have any choices. He has to go for extra meeples onto the field, likely from here. Yeah, I want to say it's going to be from here because it seems like the easiest spot to get to the field. There might be even straight roads remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seems like 1 straight road remaining. So like at least 2 tiles to fit here. And after Corinyu gets his connection, it is dead certain that Phosphate is going to get to the field with his final tile, because I think the final 2 tiles are a regular curve and a regular straight road. Gets 4 points Phosphate with his penultimate tile. And Corinyu doesn't really do anything. I mean, he could actually just go here and kind of like fake interest on, or like kind of make a fake road for Phosphate to take. Like maybe he blunders, maybe he doesn't actually join the fields. But yeah, I mean, there is no way Phosphate doesn't. What the wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Oh! Oh, of course. Of course. I don't know how I absolutely missed that. The fact that when corinyu found the crossroad, he of course connected the fifth meeple to the field, which made this guy completely irrelevant. So actually, with this meeple of phosphate, he actually had only a 25% chance of winning because he was then banking on getting actually both the crossroad and the curve, both of which actually were the tiles that corinyu got. So yeah, didn't end up paying all didn't end up paying all that well for phosphates. And yeah, of course, then this naturally makes so much more sense because it just adds another city to the field and adds another 3 points for corinyu. So, despite the massive rating difference between these two players, uh, corinyu is taking the better of phosphates from the first game and puts Japan in the lead on table 5. Welcome, Fabian. Nice to see you here. So, on to the next game we go. After we actually get there, because it seems like we are running a little slow. In the meanwhile, we can actually take a look at the results on the other tables. So far, 0-1s all over the board. So we have 1-0 on table number 1. We have 0-1 on table number 2, 0-1 on table number 3, 1-0 on table number 4, and 1-0 on table number 5. So very even match so far. Okay, early lead for phosphates in game number 2 with a juicy monastery, with some early cities, and seems like an early road as well. I mean this. No, because it's just like phosphate has gone over here first. Maybe the 1 point road, probably like in the very early moments of the game, and then now got the perfect getaway tile. So that's fine. And would you look at this? We have phosphates. I mean, his priorities are interesting. So he does sacrifice pretty much at least momentarily, his 1-point city, which he could have taken back in order to take away an attacking platform from corinyu to attack to this shared city and to block, or at least try to block, the road and the shared city, leaving corinyu with an extra blocked meeple. But you know, it does come with a cost that if this guy gets blocked, then blocking the road doesn't really matter because it's just basically a winning mini battle. And it is precisely what ends up happening. Apologies for the very cutty gameplay here, because again, because of the connectivity issues. But yeah, it is exactly what ends up happening. So we have a blocked meeple to 1 point and a blocked road to 7 points. And Phosphates again having a bit of a worse result when it comes to the blocked meeples. But let's see if Foss is going to be able to recover. I mean, so far it is looking good. I mean, it's only minus 6 points for the mini battle here, and he's winning on the scoreboard quite comfortably with 14-0. Corinyu does have a loop road here at the top, and also an 8-point, well, an assumed 8-point city at the bottom, which he is looking to finish both. Also looking to grab some monasteries. I would dare to say that he's going to be going with a monastery stacking if we would be getting some things here. Are we finally? Oh, we are finally getting live picture. Nice. Okay, we don't need to refresh anymore. So, points for Phosphate for 4 points for the city and another 2. So he's just going further and further outwards with his point lead. We also have, like we suspected, a stacked monasteries here for corinyu. Now he doesn't meeple the third one, even though he had the meeple. Assumably he is, slightly afraid of the getting left without any meeples at all. Even though he has the loop road and the city waiting to get completed, but now afterwards, after that triple city move by Phosphate, which is undoubtedly a great one, it's gonna be quite unfortunate for corinyu, as he will not be getting this city completed, but instead he starts another one and is trying to really push with his monasteries towards completion. And I mean that is exactly what he is, what he should be doing. So it is, we are already we have already reached the stage pretty much where corinyu needs to take a bit of risk. Now there is going to be a field brewing, So as soon as this city gets completed, then Foss is gonna be having a chance to drop a farmer on a 9-point field with a curve here. Or he can prepare just to simply block all 3 meeples, which he is now doing. I mean, he could have arguably just dropped a meeple onto the field already, but he is trying to be a bit more safe, I guess. Now, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is just a natural move. He's gonna try to even to try to further spiral the downfall of corinyu here. 34 to 4, and I mean we have to continue on the path, right? So restricting to the 2 remaining daggers, right? Or do we have something better? Maybe this way? 1, 2, 3, maybe this way. I don't know, that's bad. Or that's worse. Yeah, I think we just go here as phosphates. We just go for, the full force way, and corinyu does get the save. And I mean, there's no way he's gonna place a maple there because he's just gonna, assume that phosphate is gonna go here, take the road, and get at least some compensation if corinyu is gonna get his hands on one of the daggers. If he does, I mean, if he does anything else than this, it's like a madman move. But he doesn't. He doesn't. He just goes the general way, and now finally Foss places the meeple on to the field. Corinyu has the chance to actually just finish this road here indirectly, then get a 6-point road whenever he gets, well, if he gets the uh, the dagger. And at this point, I mean, he just has to get the dagger in order to have like a chance at this game. I mean, there's the dagger, but now he doesn't get the road straight away. I mean, he will still meeple it, and he will have 3 meeples in his hand. But like, it would have just been so nice to be able to simply immediately take a 6-point road, right? I mean, there's no way he doesn't meeple the road. That has to be a major flaw in his plan. What is he doing? Doesn't meeple the road. But there's like absolutely no reason not to. And now the road just goes to Foss. I cannot understand this decision by corinyu. I mean, I think it's just terrible. Like a 5-point road when you still had like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 4 road ends remaining in the deck of 20 tiles. So like 20% of the remaining tiles were still road ends. And yet you decide that not taking the road is a good idea. But I cannot I cannot understand why would you think that way. Because you have then 3 meeples still left in your hand even if you take the road. And like, what do you need the meeples for? Like, honestly, not really for much at all. And I mean, now he's just playing in right into the field of Foss. Like, you don't need the meeple. I know it's like the vanilla is the only type of tile that can get that meeple back, but you don't need the meeple. You could just take the 4 points, right? I don't understand the game plan of corinyu here. I mean, surely he has to have a plan, which is, I mean, can the plan ever be that he's just ahead 7 points and then plus 6 from this, so plus 13, plus 16, plus 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's like -5, but he has plus 2 meeples. I mean, I guess that is a game plan of some kind, but I don't think it's a good enough game plan because this guy is gonna get out. These ones are going to be merged together, and the field keeps on growing by every fleeting tile. So there has to be like something better planned in Corinyu's mind other than just having a meeple advantage, because he has to actually come up with something with that meeple advantage. Also, look at this. Foss uh, didn't really didn't take a new city, didn't add 2 points to his side of the ruin, didn't connect, but just took away this field connection opportunity via a, like, let's say a curve and a straight road, or via a straight road and a crossroad, something like this. Oops, on this way. So Foss is just banking on on this field for sure. He's really trying to deny any connection platforms from Corinyu. And I don't know what Corinyu is doing. I mean, this achieves nothing. Like it actually achieves nothing. And Foss gets the absolute perfect tile to get his meeple back, not allowing any extra connection um, pathways to the field. It just completely blocks the right side of the field. And I mean, Corinyu, 11 tiles left. What do you do? Is there a ninja farmer spot over here? There are no crossroads then to fit there. There is there. Oh, there's a dagger. So there is indeed a ninja farmer spot. Oh, and maybe even triangles. There's one, there's two, three. Oh, this would have been such a great way to get into the field. 3 connection tiles. He can still do it. He can still do it. Just go over here, drop a farmer. Just drop a farmer and ninja it to yeah, just like simply have a ninja farmer and connect to the field. You have 3 tiles to do so. But he again refuses to make that plan, and he has apparently decided that he can win otherwise, but I don't think he can. I don't think he realizes the severity of the situation. Like, Corinyu at the moment is lost if he doesn't come up with something big. And in this case, attacking a 15-point field is that big. Foss takes a city slasher ruin for 5 points. Corinyu also takes a ruin for 6 points. And now, with this 7-pointer move by Phosphate, Corinyu, you have to find this move. You still have time to do it. Miraculously, you still have time to do it, to find it. You need big things, but you are still not finding the move. And I don't think Corinyu will ever be finding that move, unfortunately. These 1-pointers are not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. I mean, unfortunately, corinyu seems to be lacking the vision on this board and lacking the vision on on what his number one winning chance is. Like, it's not scoring singular points. It's not scoring points from your own features. It's just simply attacking the field and tying the field. It's controlled only by one singular meeple. And that is exactly what you have in hand. And this might have been the last tile that could have allowed the ninja farmer to get into the field. And Foss, I mean, I think if Foss just goes over here, if there are like any straight roads or curves remaining, like he just wins. I think he just wins on the spot. Like he's +6, +11, +5, +4, -1, -4, -10. He's +6, no, +8, and a meeple. Like, all Foss needs to do is to make sure that corinyu doesn't get anything big. And the only thing that corinyu can get that would be big is the equalization of the field. So, how about we go over here as Foss and we just seal the game? Phosphate doesn't find it. Corinyu, can you find it? You can miraculously, so you can still do it. You can still go for the winning plan. It's there. You still have like 2 tiles to connect, right? You have a dagger, and I think you still have a road Dorito. You still have 2 tiles. For goodness sake. You have to find this. You have to find this. You have no other plan. You have no other winning possibility in this game. Find something big. The only big thing that you can find is this. Go here, Ninja Farmer, and it is connected to the entire field of 18 points. Gotta find, gotta go, Ninja now. 2.5 minutes corinyu has, and he still does not find it. And it is unfortunate because he's gonna be guaranteed to get a tile that would have gotten him the connection. This is a sad moment. This is a very sad moment. And I'm not sure if corinyu speaks English, but if he does, then yeah, I mean, just look at this. The connection is right there. It was right there, but corinyu missed it like 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And so did Foss by not blocking this connection over here. Like, both players just missing the absolute key tiles and key squares of this game for like 10 moves in a row with plenty of time left in their clocks. So like, this isn't even just because you are like playing too fast, or maybe you are playing too fast, but like both players really just kind of lacking the vision here of what the most dangerous move for corinyu is. And now it's no longer possible. Just taking a 3-point road is what corinyu ends up doing, and Yeah, it is unfortunate. I mean, also look at this. I mean, also gets the other connection tile. Yeah, I mean, someone in Team Japan, like they just have to point these things out to Corinyu, and also, like same thing to Phosphate, and to Team China. Like, if any of y'all are watching this now or afterwards, then like just notice stuff like this because they are game decisive. That was a totally game decisive plan of 18 points. Well, basically like uh what 14 points difference for Corinyu. Yeah, 14 points. Look at this, 14 points difference. Actually, hold up. 14. What, this gone, go here, go here. Extra to phosphate. Um, actually like 13 points. So actually, miraculously, it would have been a draw, a loss by draw for Corinyu. But like still, had he done this like earlier with like any of these tiles here, he would have allowed himself to get a chance at a win. Because like then there would have been, for example, no possibility to go here with an extender, and thus like no possibility of like using this shielded tile for phosphate. Like, you gotta see this. Gotta see this. It is not the most usual ninja way to go about things, because usually it's like something like, if you let's imagine that this is the 80-point field. You have a road here, then you go here, you drop a ninja like this, and simply go here. But when there are things around the connection square, then it becomes a lot more difficult to actually notice that like the possibility is there. But it might also be the fact, like in here, that that connection is then more secure because it is way harder to block, because there was like only one dagger to fit into here, which Corino ended up getting himself, and after that, no blocking tiles whatsoever for this plan. So there's that. Um, Going into a decider on table 5, and we will update the rest of the tables very shortly. But I did say that Corinu might be indeed giving a good resistance, and he is. He is giving some good resistance. Okay, let's update the other tables. So we have a deciders on tables 1, so between Arthia and Valhalla Ferry, and also on table 3 between Waiguru Guru and Xiangyu Qin. Then we have a 2-0 victory on table 4 for Githara over Mitaugat, and an 0-2 victory for Dr. Kaihan over Harao on table number 2. So we have indeed pretty much as close of a match as it can possibly ever be. Welcome, Raul Lorenzo. The Peruvians are in the mix of watching the Asian Cup. I like that. Good to see that there is interest in other continents as well. So, Foss with the first monastery of the game, looks to have been a very early one. Then we have 2 roads for Foss, and okay, some city action for both players. It's a bit of an unfortunate situation for Foss here, having to make practically a concession of giving up both a shielded city tile and his city in general. Just, I mean, he still has the chance of drawing the dividers, of course, but it's a pretty slim chance compared to compared to the possibility or the odds of corinyu drawing a connection tile first, as he does, and he uses it as a connection tile as well. So the cities are connected, making a one huge ruin, a nice monastery for corinyu, and Phosphate keeps on going with his roads. Also, corinyu has been able to finish his 4-point city over here, start a new one, though this amazes me really, because it looks like this action has been made earlier than the divider came, and it looks like, I mean, to me it looks like this massive um, ruin slash a city would be definitely worth attacking with a second meeple, but again, what do I know? Force doing some harassment on the city of corinyu, and we have a finished road in plural for Force, and we all have connectivity issues in plural as well. As I mean, it just gotta be the network of this house. Maybe the location. It doesn't seem like the network is working as well upstairs. So probably we'll have to, unfortunately, have a refreshment rampage again, which is annoying for both me and for the viewers. Okay, attacking from Foss to the ruin after corinyu just takes back his meeple. And now, I mean, I assume that corinyu is just gonna be making making an attacking platform like ASAP over here, I guess, or I don't know, somewhere over here somehow. Um, if he gets like any like less useless tiles, oh, like less useful tiles other than shielded Dorito. And it is indeed looking very uncomfortable for the city of corinyu, as it doesn't look like he's going to be able to really make anything out of it. I mean, he can still defend it, sure. He can still go over here And there is still one dagger to fit over here, and then he can cover up both of these squares. Actually, still try to finish a rather large city. But honestly, I wouldn't be too hopeful about getting that finished as corinyu, as it seems like it's gonna either get blocked or attacked sooner or later. But still, I mean, it's worth a shot, right? Because like there's only still like only one divider remaining, and you could use a divider like here anyways. But corinyu has had a different set of plans. Went over at the top and actually got the divider, and well, interestingly, corinyu is actually just like drawing almost every, actually just almost, but drawing so far every tile that Foss needs over on this square. Has drawn both the dividers and now 3 of the 5 field crossroads, which is pretty staggering. And I mean, Foss kind of has to be kicking himself. Not because it was a bad idea to go here. It was certainly a good one, because the chances of connection were like fantastic, and I mean they are still quite good, 75%. But I mean, it's just very annoying to see your opponent getting all the possible tiles that you can, potentially hope for yourself. And corinyu still simply continuing his city upwards. I am aware that this is really frustrating for all the viewers to be watching this constant refreshing, but I mean there's really nothing I can do at this point because the network seems to be very weak at the moment in the house, and I also tried to change the networks, but it didn't really help. It also seemed to have only made the the things worse. Corinyu with another field Dorito. Now only one tile remaining into the real annoying if well for Foss that is, of course, if all 7 tiles are going to Corinyu. And I'm not sure if Foss can recover from that. I mean, maybe he can, but like 6 points ahead, 8, 16, 21, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, still plus 9 for like 1 extra meeple for Corinyu. So it's not actually like bad at all. It's actually arguably a pretty good spot for Foss. And Foss is also going to be able to get likely uh, a 6 or a 9 point field over here whenever he finishes the road, or even just when he continues it. So that's also going to be increasing the win percentage, or just the winning chances, let's say, of Foss. As we can see here, um, he does indeed go for the field, and corinyu has been making a very curious decision actually with his with his tile, continuing the sorry, not continuing the city as he did with the previous tiles, but he goes for a second meeple onto the city. So really does not want to see Foss attacking it. So not sure if I would really encourage anyone to do this, but I mean there are still I think 2 extenders remaining in the deck, plus actually um, all tube dividers still remaining. So yeah, maybe I would actually encourage people to do this, because there are still 5 tiles remaining into this square, and it's very unlikely that Foss is gonna draw them all. Now, however, it's going to make life a bit difficult for Corinyu, because he needs to find a tile over here and here, and wherever he finds a tile first, then Foss will have a chance to then block or restrict the other square into a dagger, which there is only 1 remaining. Foss finding a second road, actually not the second, but the first road monastery, and to counteract that, Corinyu has found the one and final Field Dorito. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the dividers all going to Corinyu. So Corinyu getting super lucky there for drawing all of those tiles and denying this connection or the separation, like just generally the filling of the square and leaving these 2 meeples trapped for Foss. So not the most, let's say, fun times for Foss for sure, but you know, he's still leading pretty comfortably. For what he is losing in these Doritos, I mean, you can't really say that Corinyu has gotten, all that much out of them, because Corinyu has only been able to like extend the unfinished city or cities, and they are only going to be worth 2 points in case those cities actually get finished. And so far, especially for the upper city, it's not looking too likely that this will become reality. Oh my god, can we get live feed? Please? Live feed? I don't know, maybe. Um, so, still an unfinished city on the field of Foss. There's still actually um, this thing remaining, this one dagger remaining in the deck. I believe there's 1, there's 2. Yeah, it's still remaining. So a 9-point move for Foss, or a 7-pointer? No, an 8-pointer for Corinyu, because I assume that this would be coming with a meeple onto the field, because we are at that stage of the game where you can really start meepling 3-point fields if you finish a feature, because otherwise you might be leaving yourself to a meeple surplus, and that's not great. Instead of the dagger, Corinyu is going to be getting a tube divider though, which I assume he will be using over here, dropping a farmer. And I regret to inform you that we are not indeed getting live feed, and we are gonna have to still live with it or live with this and do everything the hard way. So indeed, that is what corinyu does. Finishes the city, drops a farmer, and Foss also getting a tube divider for himself. Now, although all filled Doritos went to corinyu, they indeed look like they were not all that impactful in Corinyu's hands because he wasn't able to get all that much value from them. As you can see, I mean, he basically has two meeples here trapped the same way that Foss has two meeples trapped over here. But Corinyu is minus 9 points on the scoreboard, is losing on the fields. Foss has an extra monastery even, and yeah, this should be just a real easy finishing game for Foss for sure. Some extra points for Corinyu, and as well as the phosphates, and it looks like Foss drawing the final monastery as well. Probably, I want to say he's gonna be meepling it, but maybe here for 6 points. I don't know. I mean, he has some options. Maybe he could do here, just take 2 points. But like 5 tiles. I mean, if there are city caps, there is a city cap or city caps, at least this. So yeah, I think he's just gonna be taking 2 points here and try to preserve his meeple for really that one dagger. And 2 meeples is and 2 points is indeed exactly what he ended up taking. But the dagger is going to Corinyu, and instead of taking 6 points from the city, or basically 3 points, starts a new one, finishes the city, gets 7 points, 8 points. I don't know if that was worth it. I don't think it was worth it. Could have just gone over here, take the 6 points. Oh, sorry, 3 points, then go over here, take another 6 points. Yeah, I don't. Maybe it was worth it. But in any case, I think Corinyu is in a situation where those city caps will definitely not be saving him, or at least they shouldn't. Foss with +5 on the scoreboard, plus 30, 23, 32, 31, 30, 27, 23, 20, 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. He's like +7 for Foss. And yeah, there's just nothing Corinyu can do. No big features available this time around. So Foss simply just double and triple checking the points, making sure he can't lose, and that's gonna be the end of that. Uh, this one, I don't know what this is, because this seems like it's just helping Corinyu, because now he can go over here, he gets another city onto his field. I don't know what this was, man. I guess Foss calculated that there was like a curve or so of some kind, and then Corinyu could have gone over here, take 2 points on the road, drop a farmer for like 5 points total, but like, I mean, this outcome is just like worse. So Yeah, I don't know about that, but it should not really matter because Foss can take points on his final turn anyways, and yeah, does points. Where did Foss go? Yeah, Foss just took 3 points over here, and 4 points is enough to take home the win on table 5. So 1 corinyu, Foss 2, and that is the same on the match scoreboard. China goes into A. And let's have a look see at the other tables if they have concluded. And they have indeed. We have a 2-1 win on table 1 for Japan, and we have a 2-1 win on table 3 again for Japan. So Japan is going to be getting their revenge on China from last season's group stage match. It is 3-2 still, but this time the roles have reversed, and Japan is going to be taking an opening win. China will have to get probably force wins on Hong Kong and Australia, which is, I want to say, rather a good chance of happening. And China are in the same group. It's very, very difficult not to place them as like super favorites of being number 1 and number 2 in their group. Um, so, of course, Hong Kong can definitely surprise. They do have very strong players. Like, we just saw yesterday that Hong Kong, not yesterday, but today, that Hong Kong had like what 500-600 rated players playing, and of course, 4-1 victory as well. So they can definitely put up a good fight against really any team, against Japan and China. But I would still say that it's going to be a tough ride for Hong Kong in the upcoming weeks. So then to quickly finalize and take a look at the group standings. Um, let's see how fast things are going to work. So we have in Group A we have let me we have Thailand and we have the Taiwan in the lead with 1 match win, and then in Group B we have Japan and Hong Kong in the lead. Yeah, and then Malaysia, Vietnam, China, and Australia so far without a win. And the next scheduled match we have indeed was on 14th of August, so on Thursday next week, which I reckon I will be streaming, hopefully with some better network coverage. I think it was Japan, Hong Kong, or China, Hong Kong. Either one. But I will definitely have to do or try to do at least some changes into the setup because I have a gut feeling that when I watch this stream back, like it's gonna be bad because of like so many messages coming like from really from YouTube Studio that the that there were a lot of like errors, and like YouTube isn't getting enough like data or something. So we'll see, but that's where we will be wrapping up this time around. Congratulations again for Hong Kong and on your opening wins, and good luck for everyone on the upcoming future weeks. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. And if you do enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by liking the video or by subscribing on the channel. I'll be seeing you again next week with some more Asian Cup 2025. So far, looking like it's gonna be Thursday if no other schedulings are gonna come before that. Bye for now.